In our news this evening, government has approved compensation funds for a house burnt down in Hikitavake 3 years ago. Niue strengthened ties with New Zealand with the welcoming of the new New Zealand High Commissioner today. Niskaga has confirmed the team to represent Niue in the Commonwealth Games that will be held in Glasgow. Government has approved funds as compensation to replace a house burnt down in Hikitavake following the elections 3 years ago. According to a story by Radio New Zealand International, 100,000 New Zealand dollars was granted to build a new house for the family. Secretary to Government Richard Hipper verified that funds had been approved but did not specify how much. Premier Toke Talangi confirmed today that funds have been dispersed, the foundation of the house has been laid down, and he is satisfied with progress made and did not wish to comment further. It is unclear at this stage whether other families who lost homes or property in the spate of arsons in Hikitavake will be compensated as well. Government did not wish to make any further comments regarding this news story. Government continues to strengthen ties with New Zealand as the island welcomed the new New Zealand High Commissioner in a special introduction ceremony held today at the Whalefono. His Excellency Ross Ardern has been appointed by the New Zealand government for a term of 3 years. This morning, government officials and senior public servants witnessed the presentation of the Commissioner's letter of introduction to the government. The program started with the Police Guard of Honour and inspection before proceeding with the formalities. His Excellency Ardern is no stranger to the island, having served as a former Niue Chief of Police for 4 years, and Premier Toke Talangi was quick to note that this latest appointment is a historical milestone on another level.
And you're the first police person, commissioner, to be appointed as a diplomat anyway. So I'm very, very pleased with that historical milestone on your part as well, sir, because it's not very often that these type of things happen. And as we always say, it's only on Niue that these type of things occur. So I'm very pleased that you have been appointed as High Commissioner to Niue.
His Excellency Ross Ardern expressed his gratitude to all officials on both sides who worked tirelessly to prepare for this prominent role and made assurances he would work to the best of his ability. He made it clear that returning to Niue has been a pleasure.
I'm very, very grateful to the officials that have worked so tirelessly before my arrival here. Both sides of the House, the Government of New Zealand and the Government of Niue, sir. They have worked extraordinarily hard, and I sense, sir, that the relationship between our two governments is as strong as it has ever been. And I want you to know that I will work tirelessly to make sure that that position continues to be maintained, and that my heart and my efforts and my ideals will be focused on the promotion of the ideals that you want to see for Niue, and that New Zealand can help to promote those very ideals. We have a 3-year term here. We hope that we learn so much more about Niue. We hope that we'll be able to give to Niue, but we also hope that we take away just a little bit more about the exciting lives that you have. The Premier once said to me, even 4 years ago it was, over 4 years ago, you have had, Chief, the privilege of living in a country that's dynamic and growing. And I feel that you've learnt a lot. You were right, sir. I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that having moved through the Pacific, you do have something special in Niue. And the people of New Zealand, the people of Australia, and the wider region are discovering just that. So I come at a very exciting time, a time that I'm sure that we're going to see so much more movement through your own efforts, through the efforts of each of you, that you work for the government of Niue and for the people of Niue.
We would like to wish His Excellency Ross Ardern and Mrs. Laurel Ardern all the best for their term here on the island. Niue's team to the Commonwealth Games has been finalised with over 40 athletes and officials confirmed. Niskaga representatives say Niue will be competing in 4 sports codes: athletics, clay target shooting, lawn bowls and weightlifting. President Des Hipper admits that team selections have not been without difficulties.
The biggest difficulty is getting we have a very small population, as we're all aware of, In the past, we worked with New Zealand to get the athletes to represent Niue. At this time, the New Zealand counterpart has not been very active, so there's not many names put forward to. Hence the reason that we are taking the team mainly from here. And yes, I've agreed in some sense that some of the athletes are very young, but I left it to the coach to make up the numbers and the athletes that we think is best. But again, it's it's arguable that some of the athletes are questionable, and I've been asked also the question if that in, but that is the best we have for this point in time. And in the future games, we will be looking at qualifications set by the Commonwealth Games itself. This may be the last game that we'll be able to send athletes, what we have. Let's put it that way.
Numerical entries reveal for athletics, there will be 1 official and 3 athletes. Clay target shooting have 2 officials and 7 athletes, 2 females and 5 males. For lawn bowls team, they will have 3 officials consisting of a coach and a manager for the women's team and 1 for the men's team with 10 athletes, that is 5 male and 5 females. As for weightlifting, there will be 4 officials and 6 athletes, 2 females and 2 males. In addition, there will also be 4 dignitaries and 4 headquarters support staff traveling with the team. In total, there are 26 athletes, 12 team officials, 4 dignitaries and 2 extra support staff. The majority of the team will be made up of Niue-based athletes, and another issue that they will need to address will be qualifying standards. But the hope is that all athletes will strive to do their best, with some predictions as to which codes will fare well in competition.
We usually do well in weightlifting. At this point in time, we have 1 athlete who is up there in the top 6 in the Commonwealth, so hopefully we'll do well in the games. That probably 1, and probably lawn bowls will probably one of the gold medalists there. Hopefully she'll do well, and we just hope that the other athletes will be trying their best to do well as well.
Lawn bowls is one sport that has seen a sudden boost in numbers and interest, but the latest selections have also caused a stir. Mr. Hipper says that they have set policies regarding selection and that athletes can still aim for future representation at other regional or international tournaments.
Our policy for selection, based on we set the criteria, and there's some athletes have been exposed to the lawn bowls, some international experience, some are new. But how I look at it, even though it's new, some of these athletes have been exposed to some other sports, and it's not hard to pick up. And with regards to athletes that represent Niue from New Zealand before, how I see it's only 1 been representing Niue on merit. She's done very well. But some of them have, I see it's not improving themselves, so they are not different from our athletes here. That's how I look at it.
Teams have 4 months to train before departing for Glasgow in July. That concludes our news bulletin for this evening. We do hope that you can join us again for our next news bulletin next week.